Hi, hello, boys and girls. Sorry I cannot be there with you today. I am at a training, but I didn't want you to miss this really exciting lesson that I had planned for today. So we're just going to do it on a video. You're going to move through the Nearpod. You're just going to watch the video. And then after the video, you're going to get to practice with the skill that we are working on. Okay, so I want to go ahead and get started. I have my screen shared with you, so hopefully you can see it. So our learning target for today says, I can find one more, one less, 10 more, or 10 less than a two-digit number by drawing base 10 blocks, okay? So that is our learning target for today. All right. I'm going to let you look at this picture for about 30 seconds, and I want you to think about this question. What is the relationship between these two pictures or numbers? So there's the picture right here, and then there's the picture right here. I want you to look at them and think about what the relationship is. How are these pictures the same? How are they different? How might these numbers in the pictures be related? Okay, so I'm going to give you just a few minutes or just a few seconds. You don't have to say anything, just sit quietly and look at it, and then we'll get started, okay? All right, most of you probably noticed that the number over here, let's count it, 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Good job. 38 is our number. Well, let's count the one beside it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Okay, so I have 38 and I have 48. How are these numbers similar? Well, I can see that both of the numbers have 3 10s and at least 3 10s and then 8 1s, but I can see the green rod right there, which shows me that 1 10 was added, right? So the picture on the right is 10 more than the picture on the left. All right, let's move into our lesson today, okay? So yesterday, we learned how we could use our 120s chart to find one more, one less, 10 more, or 10 less than a two-digit number. Well, today, I'm going to teach you how to represent one more, one less, 10 more, and 10 less than a two-digit number with drawings of base 10 blocks. Then I will teach you how we can check our answer using a 120s chart, okay? So that's what we're going to do today. Let's go ahead and get started. So I want you to watch and listen to me as I show you how I would solve these problems, okay? You're not going to do anything. You're just going to sit, you're going to listen, and you're going to watch, okay? So my problem says there were 50 turtles in a pond. One turtle joins them in the pond. How many turtles are in the pond now? The first thing I want to do, always, when you read a word problem, always, is you want to stop and you want to think about what the problem is telling you and what the problem is asking you to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and I'm going to ask myself, what is this problem telling me? Okay, so I know that there are 50 turtles in a pond, right? And then one turtle comes and joins them in the pond. So I have 50, and then one more comes and joins them in the pond. How many turtles are in the pond now? So if I know that there are 50 turtles, I picture 50 turtles in my head, and one more turtle comes and joins them, then I know that this problem is asking me to find one more. Because if a turtle came and joined them, then the number is getting larger, right? The number's not getting smaller because no turtles went away, but instead a turtle came and joined them, which means that the number is getting larger. So I am finding one more, okay? So I can represent this. Give me just a second. Let me share a different screen with you. All right, we're going to get rid of everything that's on my screen real quick because we don't need that. Okay, give me just a second. Sorry, boys and girls. All right, let's see. All right, so right now we know that there are 50 turtles, right? 50 turtles. So I can draw 50 using my base 10 blocks, okay? I'm going to show you that now. So you have 10, let's see, I'm sorry, boys and girls. So I have 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So I have 50 turtles, right? And I'll even color it in for you so you can remember that this is my 50 turtles. And remember, boys and girls, the way I just made a square is the same thing as doing this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's the same thing. I just wanted to make it pretty for you, okay? So it's the same thing as drawing them, which is exactly what you would do. You would just draw a line to represent your 10, okay? Now, I can say that this is how many turtles? 50 turtles. 50 turtles. Okay? That's what I have right now. 50 turtles. And I know that if one came and joined, then I can add a single unit. Remember, boys and girls, this right here is a 10. It represents 10 cubes. But if I'm adding one more, then I can add a single unit that represents 1, okay? So I'll make that one yellow. So first I have my 50 turtles, and then I have one turtle that comes and joins, okay? So I'm just gonna put tur, but that's supposed to be turtle, okay? So I have 50 turtles plus, so we can even write it like this, 50 turtles plus 1 turtle, right? Okay, now that I have my 50 turtles, and then I have the 1 turtle that joined, now I can put it together and I can count it, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna erase this. Erase it, erase it, erase it. Erase it, erase it, erase it. And I'm gonna move it right up here. All I did was combine them, right? So I had my 50 turtles and then 1 more came. Now I need to count them. Well, just like we counted back at the beginning of the school year, we can do that again. So I'm gonna count it and I'm gonna write what number it is so you can see it, okay? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, oh, 51, right? Because these count as 10, and then the single square counts as 1. So I know that 50 plus 1 equals 51. Okay. All right, let's go out of this for a second. All right. Now, it's great that I found my answer, but remember how I told you guys I really wanted you to double check your answers because sometimes you make silly, silly mistakes. And if you just check it, you would realize that you made a mistake. So that's what I'm going to do. Yesterday, we learned how to use our 120s chart. So today, I'm going to use my 120s chart to help me check my answer. So right here, I have my 51 squares, and I can go use my 120s chart to find it. So remember, when we use our 120s chart, the first thing we need to do is find the number we started with. What number did we start with? We started with 50 turtles in a pond, okay? So I have my 50 right here. I located my 50 right here. And I know that I'm finding one more, which means my number is getting bigger because more means bigger or larger. More means bigger, okay? So I need to move in the direction that is getting bigger. So if I move 1 in the direction that's getting bigger, what number do I land on? I landed on 51. 51. Is my answer the same as it was when I drew my cubes? Yes, it was, okay? So we figured out how to draw and find one more. And then you can do the same thing for one less. Instead of taking, say that was 51 and it asked us to take one away. Then we would just take away a single unit, right? Okay. But now I want us to work on finding 10 more or 10 less. So imagine if the problem said this. There were 50 turtles in a pond. 10 turtles go away. How many turtles are in the pond now? So again, first thing I need to do is I need to think about what the problem is telling me and what it's asking me to find. So first, I know that there are 50 turtles in a pond. I picture it in my head, there's 50 turtles in a pond. And now I see 10 of them going away, okay? 10 of them are leaving. So I know that my number is getting smaller because there were 50 and now some went away, okay? This tells me that I need to find 10 less because if 10 turtles went away, then the number is getting smaller, okay? So I'm going to share my screen with you again on the smart board. Let's start over. So we have our 50 turtles, right? And I'm not going to draw it again because you already know what it looks like. Just ignore this little friend down here, okay? All right, so we have our 50 turtles that we're starting with. 50 turtles. I'm just going to write T. 50 turtles, okay? And we know that 10 turtles jumped away, okay? 10 turtles jumped away. So I need to find 10 less. If I need to take away 10, all I have to do is take away one single 10, right? Because each of these represent 10. So if 10 of them jumped away, then this is what it would look like. 10 of them jumped away. So now you would have this. You would have, I'm sorry, boys and girls. You would have 1 or 10, 20. This would be your new picture, right? And then you have 1 or you have 10 of them that jumped away, okay? So here's the pond. Here's the pond. Woo, it's beautiful. Here's the pond. And then here's the grass. We'll say that this is the grass. And these turtles jumped away, okay? So 10 turtles left. That's all I have to do. I have to take away 10. Well, this rod represents 10, so all I need to do is take it away, okay? Now, all I need to do is count how many are left. So, let's count. We have 10, 20, 30, and 40. So 50 minus 10 equals 40, okay? But that's not enough. I need to check my answer now. So that is what I'm going to do. All right. So right here, I can find the number 50, which is the number we started with, on my chart. So I have 50 right here, okay? I found it. Now I need to jump back 10 to find 10 less. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What number did I land on? I landed on 40, okay? So do you see how we can take our knowledge of base 10 blocks, draw them out, and then take away 10, take away 1, or add 10 or 1 to get our answer? Then we can always check our work using the 120s chart, okay? So I want you to think about this with me, okay? Our problem says Nicholas has 36 stuffed animals. 36 stuffed animals. His mom gave him 10 more stuffed animals. How many stuffed animals does he have now? I want you to think about what this problem is telling us. What is it asking us to do? Okay, I'm going to give you a moment to think about it. Nicholas has 36 stuffed animals. His mom gave him 10 more stuffed animals. How many stuffed animals does he have now? All right. I hope you thought about it. Let's get started. Okay, so let me make sure I'm sharing my screen with you. All right. So we have 36 stuffed animals. We know that Nicholas has 36 stuffed animals. So we are going to go ahead and draw that. 1, 10, 20, 30, 36. So I need to draw 6 ones. 1. I did not mean to do that, sorry. So we have 1, and I'm going to color them yellow so you don't forget what they are. All right, let's see. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. All right, 36 stuffed animals. And his mom gave him 10 more. Okay, so I see 36 stuffed animals that Nicholas has. Then his mom gave him 10 more stuffed animals. How many stuffed animals does he have? Okay, so here's his 36 stuffed animals. What can I add to this to find 10 more? 10 more. I'm going to stop and I'm going to let you think about it. If we're adding 10 more, if his mom gave him 10 more, we know that our number is getting larger, right? So if our number is getting larger, do we need to add something or take something away? We need to add, right? Because if a number is getting larger, then we would need to add the 10 stuffed animals that his mom gave him. So how can I represent 10 stuffed animals? Well, this right here represents 10, right? So can't I just add another 10? Can I just do that? Yes. So you have the 36 stuffed animals plus the 10 more that his mom gave him. So what do we need to do now? We need to put them together and figure out how many stuffed animals he has in all. Well, let's count it. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. How many stuffed animals does Nicholas have now? Nicholas has his 36 that he had before, plus the 10 more that his mom gave him. So now he has 46. Okay? 46. Now, I hope you guys could see that. Oh, I don't think it was sharing. I'm sorry, boys and girls. This is what I did. So I just put them together and I did 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Because all we did was add a 10, right? We added a 10. So this was our original number. And then we added the 10 that his mom gave him, and we put them together for 46, okay? I don't know if it was sharing with you. Sorry, that was weird. So now I want you to look at the 120s chart and tell me if it's the same thing. I want you to find it. What number are we starting with? 36, right? So 36 is right here. You go down, you start here. Let me just. 36 is right here. All right. Now I want you to count back 10 or count forward 10 because our number is getting bigger, right? So 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Is our answer the same thing? Yes, it is. Boys and girls, do you see how we took what we learned yesterday about the 120s chart? And then we took what we knew about base 10 blocks and how we can draw them, and we used both of them to help us solve these problems. Today and every day, it is important to remember that we can draw out base 10 blocks for larger numbers rather than using the actual blocks in person because it makes us more efficient when we are finding one more, one less, 10 more, or 10 less. It is easier. If you still need to use the manipulatives, that is okay, but it is also okay to draw them, okay? So this is what you are going to do. Now that our lesson is done, you are going to work on this worksheet. All right, let me pull it up just a moment, boys and girls. I should have had this ready. I'm sorry. Your sub has copies of this paper for you. Okay, so just a second. I'm going to show you what you're going to do, okay? I want this entire sheet done today. Okay, so I need you to work super hard, okay? So sorry, boys and girls. Almost gotten it. All right, you're going to work on this page right here. You're going to work on this page right here. What it is asking you to do, I'm going to show you an example, okay? So, on this, it has 5 boxes, okay? So let me just draw that out for you. 5 boxes. And I'm going to show you what it's asking you to do. All right, so it has 5 boxes. And it is asking you to find one 10 less, it's asking you to find 10 less, 10 more, then 1 less, and 1 more, okay? What you are going to do, there will be a number in the middle. Say our number is 13. 13 is my number, okay? I need to find 1 more, 1 less, 10 more, and 10 less using the strategy. So what I would do is I would draw 13. So I have 10. Then I have 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13. I need to find all 4 of these. 1 more, 1 less, 10 more, 10 less. Okay, so I have 10, 11, 12, 13. I need to find 1 less. So what can I do? If I need to find 1 less, then I know I can take away 1, right? So I'm going to mark that one out. Now, what is my number? 10, 11, 12. So I would write 12 right here. Then I need to find 1 more, okay? So if I need to find 1 more, then I know I need to add 1. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to add 1. Let me count. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm going to draw 14 right here. Okay. Now I need to find 10 more and 10 less. So instead of adding a 1, I can add a 10 to find 10 more. And I can take away a 10 to find 10 less. So let's start with taking away a 10. So for 10 less, I'm going to take it away. Now I'm going to count. I have 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I need to find 10 more. 10 more. Okay. So what can I do? I can add another 10, right? Now I need to count it. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. So my answer is 23. after each one, you're going to use your 120s chart to help you figure out if your answer is correct. This is exactly what your paper should look like. I want you to make sure that you are drawing out every single one. I'm giving you a piece of scratch paper and you're going to draw it out, okay? So this will probably take you the rest of the time to get this done. I want you to try your very hardest. You're going to practice this again tomorrow, but for now, that is all I have for you. Thank you for watching, paying attention. I know you're going to do great. If you have any questions, I will be there tomorrow to help you. The sub, I can show her what you're supposed to do so that you are aware. Please just do your very, very best. Please make sure that you are working really hard. If you need to watch this video again to help you go through it, that is fine. Just really try on this, boys and girls. We practiced yesterday and the day before. I know you can do it. Best of luck. Do your best. I know you're going to do great. All right, boys and girls. I will talk to you later and see you tomorrow. Bye.